Hello and thanks for joining us on TVC News at 4. We are staying with the National Executive Council meeting of the People's Democratic Party. It's ongoing at the party secretariat in Abuja, the nation's capital. The acting chairman of the PDP, Umar Damagum, says the last general election brought lots of challenges that the party must address. He said the last election was accepted by the party despite the difficulties PDP encountered during the litigation processes. He added that reconciliation committee needs to be set up to reconstitute, especially to those who were aggrieved at the last election. Mr. Damagum said preparation is ongoing to ensure PDP's victory in the upcoming Edo and Ondo governorship elections. In attendance at the NEC meeting, a former presidential candidate of the party, Atiku Abubakar, Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, governors under the party's umbrella, former governors and the national executives of the party. To Judicial Matters, Federal High Court sitting in Kano has granted an order restraining the implementation of the purported suspension of the national chairman of the APC, Abdullahi Ganduje, by the ward executive of Ganduje Ward. Justice Muhammad Liman ordered all the parties to maintain the status quo before the emergency meeting that suspended Mr. Ganduje and to stay all actions connected to the matter pending the determination of the substantive suit. The APC national chairman approached the Federal High Court in Kano for the enforcement of his fundamental right to a fair hearing. The matter was adjourned till the 30th of April for hearing. Now, former governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, was absent from the Federal High Court, Abuja, earlier today for his arraignment. Counsel to the EFCC, Kemi Pinheiro, told Justice Emeka Nwite that service of the charge on the former governor was frustrated on Wednesday at his residence. He alleged the former governor is being protected by a person who enjoys immunity. Yahaya Bello, through his counsel, Abdul Wahab Muhammad, held that there is an order of court restraining the EFCC from arresting or arraigning him. He said the order made by the Kogi State High Court restraining the EFCC has not been set aside, although an appeal against the ruling has been filed, adding that the charge by the EFCC is unconstitutional and the court lacks the jurisdiction to arrest him. And if the EFCC is unable to serve the charge on Mr. Bello, they should apply to the court for substituted service. The court has now adjourned ruling on substituted service on Yahaya Bello to the 23rd of May. In the meantime, the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, says the EFCC has been given the powers by law to invite any person of interest to interact with them in the course of their investigation into any matter, regardless of status. The AGF, in a statement, expressed concerns over the confrontation of operatives of the EFCC in the course of their effort to perform the statutory duty. He urged anyone who has been invited by the Commission to put away any obstruction and answer their invitation. Away from the courts now, the Akwa Ibom Command of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps has intercepted a boat conveying 28 drums loaded with petrol, which was intended to be smuggled into Cameroon. The interception and arrest took place on the night of Friday, 13th April, on Mbo River, close to international waters between Nigeria and Cameroon, during the NSCDC Marine Squad routine patrol. While briefing journalists at the NSCDC exhibit yard in Uyo, Commandant Eluwade Eluyemi re-emphasized the commitment of the Corps to sustaining the improvement in the ongoing war against all thefts and all forms of illegalities in the downstream sector of the petroleum industry. He warned that Akwa Ibom State will continue to be a hot zone for illegal bunkering activities, both on land and on the waterways. Now, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency is raising the alarm that about 14.4% of Nigerians are abusing drugs. At a two-day training organized for local government administrators, the agency said this statistics is disturbing. In a paper presentation, the commander of narcotics of the agency, Fatima Popola, disclosed that 1 out of 7 Nigerians abuse drugs. She called for concerted efforts of all stakeholders to wage war against drug abuse, especially from the grassroots.
Very disturbing, it's very alarming. We also found out that 1 out of 7 people in Nigeria is a drug user, 1 out of 4 drug users is a woman, and 1 out of 5 drug users is an injecting drug user. So these data are very alarming, they are very disturbing, and that is one of the reasons why we are here this morning in Kwara State to sensitize stakeholders.
They are policymakers. If they are not abreast with the current situations, if they don't know the gravity of the drug situation we have, they won't be able to make any policy. That's why we are taking them on drug prevention, treatment, and care, and at the same time take them through the National Drug Control Master Plan, which is a working document by Nigeria, which is going to help us in formulating policies and way to address substance use challenges in our communities.
No, by the time we finish here, the local government will now have to go back also. We have to do a lot of sensitization to our people. We will have to invite religious leaders. We have to invite traditional rulers. We have to invite all this artisan leadership so that we'll be able to let them know the reason why we have to put hands together.
Away from that, a group of Nigerian corporate farmers from the diaspora, Aero farmers, has protested their displacement from their corporate farms, which produce crops worth millions of naira on a daily basis. Speaking during a protest at the Lagos State House of Assembly, Chairman Aero Mowo Untaku Commercial Farmers, Wale Oyekoya, said they had a dream of building a better Nigeria, so they brought back their life savings and foreign investment to invest in Nigeria. Mr. Oyekoya said they got the land legitimately from the Lagos State government. He noted that they have been on the land allocated to them by Lagos State undisturbed for the past 10 years until the military allegedly invaded them in December of 2023.
We are appealing to our Honorable Speaker, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, to please come to our aid, because this is the second time we are coming here. We were here in January 9 for our voice to be heard. We have not heard anything from the House of Assembly, especially through the office of the Honorable Speaker. This is our second time that our business is really suffering. So we want the Lagos State government, who has the sole authority based on the 1978 Land Use Act, that the governor of a state have the right to allocate any land to its citizen. So I believe the Land Use Act of 1978 covered the Lagos State government to allocate the land for us, and the Lagos State government and the legislature should come to our aid.
Well, that's TVC News at 4. We thank you very much for watching. For more updates, do visit our website, www.tvcnews.tv. Also, follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Our handle is at TVC News NG. And we're streaming live on YouTube at TVC News Nigeria. Thanks again for watching. Next is Sports Desk. Good evening.